What's up, everybody? What we have here is the front and rear hand grips from GPCA.com. These build to be nice grade aluminum. I think the website says these are aircraft grade aluminum. They feel very light and strong. I got a set for the front, a set for the back. This is kind of what all comes in the kit. Each kit's going to have a set of short latches or straps for the front, a set of long straps for the back, depending on where you're putting them. So for one of these kits, we won't use the short ones, and for the other kit, we won't use the long ones. But you don't have to remove the hard top to put these on, and these are really going to be great for me for when I'm off-roading to have another handle up. And these are made for the 24 and up Jeep Wranglers that have the curtain airbags. So the ones that Velcro and strap across the entire rail, you really don't want to use that in these newer ones, because that'll really hinder the airbag, and that thing could, I mean, the airbag's coming out with some force, so these things could come off and slap you in the face if the airbag is able to deploy. So you really want to get the proper ones for your vehicle. So if you have a 24 and up and it has curtain airbags, then you want to get these made for it. And you, like I said, you don't have to remove the hard top to put these on. Very simple installation. It gives you a grab handle. Also for the rear, I just got the ones that are up on the bar in the rear to really help my daughter and my wife get in and out of the Jeep in the rear, get the baby in and out, and for my daughter to get in and out. I mean, it's really going to make it better. I may later on they make a set that goes on the headrest that you can grab onto on the back of the front headrest, on the back of the front headrest. So when the rear passengers are getting in, they can grab that too. But I didn't really think that was needed right now. So we'll just kind of see how it goes. So let's get over here to the Jeep and get these things installed. Okay, so over here at the Jeep, I'm on the driver's side in the front. The fronts are a little different from the rear. The rears are a little weird. I think could have been done a little bit better, but I think they'll function. We'll try them out. So I got T25 is the size you'll need. I got one here on a screwdriver, and I got one on my drill here. The front, you need the two shorter straps, and the short is this little section here. There's two of them that you're going to get if you order all four that are going to be longer, and they go on the rear window side of the rear. So what you'll have to do is these two Torx here, and then around the top, these two Torx here. You'll take those out, and we'll get the straps mounted. So the straps and all for the front, this is how you're going to want to arrange it on the handle. I have the lettering here facing out because it makes the most sense. The way it wraps around the bottom, goes over the top. You'll have to wrap it around the handle first, Velcro it, and then this part Velcros over the top of that piece. So this is the way that you want to have them kind of laid out so you can put them on. We're going to attach the top portions first, then wrap around and get the bottom portions. They include washers that they say to put on the top here. I'm going to go ahead and use them, even though my top bolts have a pretty big flat head on them. I don't think it needs a washer. The washer's actually smaller than this head, but they got them in there. They said to use them. I'm going to go ahead and put them on the top bolts here. So I'm going to put the top bolts in, and then y'all are going to rejoin me after that. I broke my camera mount on the last video, so I'm kind of having to hold the phone again. Here's where we are. So get the top ones in. I go ahead and pull down on this bar and get these top pieces kind of flattened out here. Then we can move the handle up out of the way. I've already started these. Now, you don't want to put no ugga-duggas on these. These need to be, I mean, hand tight. They need to be tightened down, but you don't really need to torque these things down. So if you're going to use your cordless impact there, you need to be very, very careful. And if you don't have settings like the one that I have, where you can turn it down to like level 1 to make it real, slow of an impact, then I wouldn't recommend using it. All right, so now the only thing we got to do left is we're going to put this on. I'm going to snag it on real quick, and then we'll pick the camera back up. There it is installed. It's got the grip on it. It says it's got a 250-pound work limit, so seems pretty amazing because most of your holding strength just from these two T25s up here. But I mean, it feels pretty strong. You should be able to just fold those up out of the way a little bit, give you something to hold on to when you're riding on the trails and stuff, because this thing up here is kind of far away. If you just kind of have your arm up, you're just used to having something up here, you know? So those work out good. Let's move on to the back. It's a little strange how it goes in, but it's not complicated. Okay, just so you'll know, this right here is how you want to lay out the ones for the back. This is the longer strap. It goes to the back window. So remember that they're going over the outside of the rail. So you want to set it up like this because they go over the outside of the rail. So the longer one needs to go towards the back window here. So that's how you'll have those set up. It's much like the front, but you just want the longer strap into the back. So the bolts, this is where, to me, it gets a little strange. They're a little far back. It's going to be this one back here and this one right here. And then on the inside, it's going to be very difficult to try to film it, but they're just on the same side. They're just across from these. So it'll be just over here. This one is just on this side right here. Try to get the light on so I can show you. Okay, so see, the bolt right here is the one on the outside. This right here is the one you're going to get on the inside, and this one. So that it'll be pretty far back. The handle will be towards the rear of the door opening. So that's where they'll go. I wish they'd have made it more towards the center, but I guess if you're sitting back here, that's where your hand would naturally be. But if it's not enough to help my daughter get in and out, I might buy the ones. They got some that go on the back of the headrest here and puts a handle like right here on both sides. I may wind up getting those, just whichever helps my daughter get in and out a little bit better. All right, so there's the two top ones in. Again, that's what the screwdriver with the T25 is for. It's really difficult to get to it with any kind of drill. I'm sure you probably could, but why mess up your bolts? So that's where those go. Bottom's just hanging here. So the longer strap here in the back, it's going to go back here. So you'll just take your T25, go up through here. And that's where that one is going to go. And this one gets put out into the front hole up here. But you got to pull this over. That's why you got a longer strap in the back there. So kind of need two hands to pull it and then strap it. We'll get that done, and then I'll get y'all back. So here they are, all installed. You got the rears here. This is a padded grip too. It's pretty freaking nice. They fold up. I wish they folded up a little bit better than that, but hey, I mean, it's gonna be just one of them Jeep things, I guess. The fronts fold up fairly well, as long as you get the straps kind of tight. Now, you don't have to remove the hard top, but you do have to remove your freedom panels. You could probably do it with the freedom panels still in, but they're so easy to pop out of there. Why would you? No use in struggling with it. So yeah, I like them. So we'll see. This will help my daughter get in and out of the car a little bit better, or other passengers. You know, this is the Rubicon X model, so it does have the 1.5 inch lift. I think I'm gonna go 2.5 inch. I have to do some research of exactly how that works with the X model, since there's already a lift. I don't know exactly how they lift it. I'm assuming it's some sort of puck or something that they put in from the factory. But I want to make sure, let the aftermarket kind of catch up on these X's with the 35s and the 1.5 inch lift, and make sure that the 2.5 inch lift will still be something good. I'm looking at TerraFlex kits. I really like Falcon shocks, so I think I'm going to go with a TerraFlex kit, and probably lower control arms to go with it as well, to kind of correct some geometry there if need be. From what I've researched so far, I think I do need lower control arms when I go up to 2.5 inches, because you start getting in towards the death wobble kind of stuff, even though this X model, this 2026 Rubicon X is the best driving Jeep that I've ever driven. And I've driven several on test drives, and I have my 2020 Gladiator. So anyhow, that's going to be it for the install of these grips. I think they were like $88, something like that, for all 4 of them. You can decide whether or not you just want the fronts or the fronts and backs. You can just get the fronts and then the headrest. I may wind up going ahead and getting these headrest pieces because it may be easier for my daughter when she's getting in and out of the Jeep to just grab a handle up here instead of trying to grab this one that's way up at the top. We'll just have to see and try it out and go from there. So I appreciate you, everybody, for watching these videos. I know every time I change to a different vehicle, it's like I go from getting a whole bunch of views and comments and likes to almost nothing. So YouTube really hates it when you change your content, even though the content's really the same. It's all car stuff. But anyhow, I would appreciate it if you could like, share, whatever, all those things that you're supposed to do for YouTube or people ask you to do. And stay tuned for the next video. I love doing these things, teach people how to do this stuff. If you have any suggestions, maybe I didn't show something exactly right or something like that, or I could have been more detailed, just let me know, and I'll incorporate that stuff the best I can. These videos are really for you, the end user, the person that's watching. So thanks for watching. Another one from Knight's Garage. Definitely going to be more stuff to come for this Jeep.